In the beginning, God spoke, and the universe trembled with anticipation. With a single word, light pierced the darkness, chasing away the shadows and filling the void with radiant brilliance. Waters gathered into their places, the sky stretched wide and blue above, and land rose from the deep, forming mountains, valleys, and endless horizons. God gazed upon his creation, every detail perfect, every color vibrant, and he called it good, a masterpiece born from divine imagination. His power shaped beauty and wonder, turning chaos into order. Creation became a living song, a hymn of praise rising to its maker, echoing through every corner of the world. Life burst forth in abundance, green shoots pushing through rich earth, tall trees reaching for the sky, and flowers blooming in every imaginable color, painting the land with joy. Animals filled the land, each unique and wondrous. Birds sang melodies from the treetops, and fish danced in sparkling waters, their scales glinting like jewels. Everything was connected, woven together in perfect harmony, each creature playing its part in the grand design. Yet, God saved his most special creation for last, preparing the earth with care and intention. He formed man from the dust, Adam, shaping him with loving hands, and breathed his own breath into him, gifting him with life and spirit. From Adam, he made Eve a companion and equal, both crafted in God's image, reflecting his love and creativity. Together they walked and talked with God in Eden, a garden overflowing with delights, where every step revealed new wonders. The garden was watered by crystal-clear rivers, its valleys filled with every good thing, fruits, flowers, and the music of flowing water. Their bond with God was seamless, effortless, like breathing, a relationship built on trust, love, and perfect understanding. They knew no shame, no fear, only pure love, and the gentle voice of their Creator, guiding them with kindness. Their existence was one of simple trust and perfect peace, a world woven together by divine light and boundless love. That connection with God was everything, their lifeblood, their joy. In the beginning, Adam and Eve lived in perfect harmony, surrounded by beauty and peace. Every moment was filled with purpose, and their hearts overflowed with trust. The garden was a place of laughter, discovery, and deep belonging. They walked with God, unafraid and unashamed, knowing only goodness and love. But then, a new voice entered, the serpent, crafty and smooth. It slithered quietly into their world, bringing with it a subtle sense of unease. Its presence was both fascinating and unsettling, drawing Eve's attention with a mysterious allure. Its words dripped with honey, but its heart was twisted. The serpent's gaze was fixed, its intentions hidden behind a mask of charm. It spoke softly, weaving a web of curiosity and doubt. It came to deceive, to plant discord. The peace of the garden trembled as the serpent's whispers began to take root. Its mission was clear, to unravel the trust that bound humanity to their Creator. Did God really say? The question slithered into Eve's mind. It was more than a question. It was a seed of doubt, carefully planted to make her wonder if she truly understood God's heart. It sounded harmless, but it was loaded, meant to make her doubt God's word and goodness. The serpent's tone was gentle, almost caring, but its message was dangerous. It suggested that maybe God was not as generous as he seemed. Was God holding something back? Was there something more, something better that he didn't want them to have? The question echoed in Eve's heart, stirring confusion where there had only been certainty. The serpent pressed further. "You will not certainly die." Its words were bold, directly challenging what God had said. The serpent's confidence made the lie sound almost believable. A bold lie, a direct contradiction to God's warning. The serpent's promise was enticing: freedom, knowledge, and power, all within reach if only she would take the risk. "Your eyes will be opened. You will be like God, knowing good and evil." The offer shimmered with possibility, making the forbidden fruit seem like a key to a greater destiny. The offer was tempting, making God seem like a jealous keeper of secrets. Eve's mind raced with questions, her trust beginning to waver as she weighed the serpent's words against what she knew of God. The first crack appeared in the foundation of trust. In that moment, paradise was no longer untouched. Doubt had entered and the shadow had fallen, changing everything forever. Eve paused, listening to the serpent's words, her mind swirling with curiosity and doubt. The garden, once a place of perfect peace, now felt charged with possibility and uncertainty. She looked at the fruit, so beautiful, so full of promise. It wasn't just food, it was a symbol, a gateway to wisdom, a chance to be like God himself, to know what only the divine knew. The desire grew within her, mingling with a sense of longing and a hunger for more than what she had been given. She reached out, her hand trembling with anticipation, and took the fruit. With a single bite, everything changed. Innocence was lost, and a new reality began. Then she offered some to Adam, who accepted and ate as well, joining her in this irreversible act. Obedience was traded for a taste, a fleeting moment of satisfaction that would echo through history. This was never just about fruit. It was about the deeper question of who gets to define good and evil, who holds the authority to set the boundaries of right and wrong. They wanted knowledge, but even more, they craved control over their own destinies, to be the authors of their own story. Self-rule seemed more appealing than God's rule, the allure of independence overshadowing the comfort of trust. Trust was abandoned for the illusion of power, and the cost was far greater than they could have imagined. Don't we see that same struggle in ourselves every day? The tension between trusting something greater and grasping for control? We want control, all the answers, believing that knowledge alone will set us free, yet often finding ourselves more anxious and uncertain. Trusting God can feel risky, even frightening, but is self-reliance true freedom? Or just another kind of bondage, one that quietly chains us to our own limitations? Their eyes were opened, but not to wisdom. They saw their nakedness, felt shame and fear for the first time. Innocence shattered in a single act, they hurried to cover themselves with fig leaves, desperate to hide. But sin's stain could not be covered. God walked in the garden. What once brought joy now brought terror. They hid, and when confronted, blamed each other and the serpent. Fellowship was broken, replaced by fear and blame. Pain and toil entered life. Childbearing, hard labor, thorns and thistles. Life became struggle, separation from the source brought pain. This was the new reality. Yet even in judgment, God's mercy appeared. He did not destroy them or turn away. Instead, he spoke a promise woven into the curse of the serpent. I will put enmity between you and the woman, between your offspring and hers. A spiritual battle began, a promise that one would come to crush the serpent's head. The serpent would strike his heel, but not win. This was the first whisper of the gospel, hope for humanity. Even as Adam and Eve left Eden, God provided a pathway back. Hope was not extinguished, it walked out of Eden with them. Humanity lost precious fellowship with God that day. Paradise was closed, life became toil and longing. But the story didn't end in despair. God's plan was never derailed by human failure. He keeps his promises, always working toward restoration. That promise in Eden became a thread of hope through generations. It pointed to a manger, a cross, and an empty tomb. God was paving the way back. Though easy access to the source was lost, God's plan of love endured. His purpose for you, for me, for all the world remains unshakable and filled with everlasting hope.